Yo, what is good? What is good? What is good? What is good? Your boy Rich Everything checking in, man. I know y'all probably say it's been a minute since we seen Rich Everything kind of post anything. Um, been a rough couple of days, honestly. You know what I'm saying, or a rough couple of weeks for me. I will say that. And with that being said, the reason why I am saying that is because throughout it all, for the majority of the time that you hadn't been seeing me, I've been taking the time out with family and just trying to just spend time with family, period, man, because you never know, like, what tomorrow bring, you know what I'm saying? You never know what the next second will bring, let alone tomorrow. So, yeah, I've been spending time with family, helping moms get things back on track. Throughout it all, sadly, bittersweet. On the 4th of May, we actually ended up, we lost another family member. We lost my sister. So yeah, that was a rough one, another rough one for me. The thing about that one was, she's been battling sugar, diabetes for years. And then she started with the whole dialysis thing, and you know, she fought. She was a real fighter. So, you know what I'm saying. With that being said, we prayed every day for the best of recovery for her, and we just put it into God's hand, and we know God don't make no mistakes. So that's why I've been kind of away from the camera right now, kind of away from the car at the time, just trying to get everything back in line, you know what I'm saying, get myself back together, head kind of back on track. It's hard, but, you know, it's fair when it comes to the good Lord. So with that being said, man, every day is a different day. And as they say, you know, every day, each day at a time, it'll get better, you know. I mean, take it how you want to. I just pray on the situation and ask God to give me the strength, the guidance, and just keep pushing on. But with that being said, man, we have been picking up some little stuff. I'm pretty sure y'all saw the last time. I don't know what the last video y'all seen. I'm just kind of lost right about now. But I know me and Toot did go to pick and pull some door panels for the box Chevy or whatnot. And then what else did I go pull after that? I think that's about it. I think that's the last thing I did. I don't know. I'm lost right now, so I got to really like go back and I got to recap and update myself so I can let y'all know where I'm at. Right now, I know that I am at the point to where which y'all heard me dragging a few minutes ago, man. I'm gonna turn this camera around for y'all, so hold on just a second. Yep, so what y'all heard me dragging was this right here. And this is actually the mount for the Camaro dash. I got this out of the car when I got the actual original dash. Something was just telling me not to get rid of it, and I'm glad I didn't. I did cut a chunk right there, right, because I was making some braces for the motor mount, but something was telling me not to get rid of them. I'm glad I didn't, because what this does is this sits on the back of the dash, and everything that you need to actually screw in when it comes to the dash, you know, like your cluster and everything. You know, this is your cluster side, the top parts of the dash right here. If you got anything that needs to be screwed in up on the top. Of course, on the side right here, you got your 3 bolts that need to be screwed in right there. So I'm glad I didn't get rid of this. So for a lot of people. I don't know how this is gonna work out, but for my dash swap guys, man, I don't know. Maybe I find an easier way to make this thing work out for y'all, so y'all don't have to go and start putting these little scraps in there. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying that that's a bad thing. It's to each his own. I'm just saying that y'all don't have to go mount these scraps up in there, and then you got your dashboard, you hit a bump or something, it's all wiggly or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna try this way first. Whatever I gotta cut. So be it. So another thing I got going on is I'm gonna actually show y'all. You see old Relentless motor sitting right there looking all pretty. I'm gonna show y'all how y'all can actually clean these injectors right here. I've seen a lot of people taking these injectors, and instead of buying big name brand injectors, I see them decap them and do some of everything to them. But I'm gonna show y'all how y'all can actually clean these injectors right here by making a little do-it-yourself kit or system or whatever. But y'all stay tuned, man. I'm gonna show y'all all that. Y'all see I got the dash over here in the corner. Sun kind of going down on me today, so that's whole nother thing. So with the sun going down on me today, I'm gonna mess with this dash if the Lord's will tomorrow. Coming in here to kind of check inventory to see what I got. I don't know if y'all saw the last video. I was thinking I didn't have that, but I do. So that's a plus. What else? The only thing I didn't get was the emergency brakes. I do got an extra one of those right there. For the most part, that's pretty much it. This whole G6 top right here, I was actually saying over and over and over and over and over again, somebody wanted the G6 top. They can have it. The only thing it needs to be is back on track. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and get it out the way, man, and just get rid of it. So that's going. I'm gonna try and clean out the storage a little bit. I'm gonna take that to the dump. So give me a little time. What I am going to do, and I might have to end up doing 2 different videos, but I got a 8mm here, 8mm there. So we got 4 8mm right here, man. I'm gonna take my fuel rail loose. I'm gonna go ahead and take my injectors out. Will I be able to clean these things tonight? I don't know. I know I'm not gonna do it inside my house, but I will actually show you guys how you can actually get these things right here clean to the point where you don't have to worry about any clogging up and all that other stuff. Your rails and everything, you know, you could do it from here. But the thing is, you would actually have to have power to all that. But that's a whole nother thing right there, man. Let me go get me a 8mm and take these screws off right here and take at least one of these injectors out right now. And that way I can kind of demonstrate or show y'all exactly what I'm gonna have going on once I take the injector out, and how we will be testing these things to get them clean. So y'all stay tuned. Yo, what's good? It's your boy Rich Everything, man. Hey, coming back at you. Like, listen to this. I forgot where I left off on the last video. I was actually supposed to be doing a nice little do-it-yourself on cleaning injectors. Had a lot going on, so I had to pause on that whole project and take care of some family business right quick. But you know what I'm saying? So if y'all seen the first part of this video that I'm just putting up, that's just showing y'all like what I got going on, or just a little update or whatever, because I can't even remember what I got on the first part of this video. I'm not even editing yet. I'm actually in the middle of recording. So with that being said, man, I'm gonna show y'all a couple of things that we're gonna be using, and then we are actually going to get down to trying to clean these injectors, man. But one of the first things I could tell you that we are going to, or I am going to be using. You can go and use your own brand, whatever you want to use, but I am using some SuperTech carburetor and air intake cleaner. So I got this from Walmart, $198. It comes with a little red straw, which is not on here. Reason why it's not on here is because myself, this is what I did with it. You probably wondering what's on the end right here. I was moving kind of fast, and I was about to go ahead and clean the injectors or whatnot. But I would tell you how I made this. It's pretty obvious. It should be pretty obvious, but let me show you right quick. What I did was actually go out, bought some tire stem valves, and you can see it's right here. I took the cap off of it, and what I did was I took my hot iron or my solder tool and just kind of burn a hole into it. If you got a drill bit that is the same size that'll match up with that screw, you can do the same thing. The thing about that is you're gonna either have to use some hot glue, which you have to be careful with because you don't want to burn the screw or heat the screw too much because you won't be able to get air to it. Or you can use some crazy glue, which crazy glue it'll be okay. I think it should be okay. I use the Easy Bond, which is the stuff y'all see me use a lot on the car. You know, these things have these little valves in it right here. You know, so I had one someplace, but had to go and buy another one from Walmart. So I just went ahead and got a little kit. You never know when you're gonna need these right here anyway, if you're changing tires or whatever the case may be. So I just went ahead and got one of these right here. This came in a kit. This was actually like maybe $2.68 or something like that. So and this is what you're gonna use to actually take the stem out of this. So basically what you're gonna do is that little stem that's in there. See if I can kind of get this right here done with one hand for you. That little stem that's in there, right? What you want to do is this little end right here with that little tooth right there. You want to stick that down in the part where your little valve is. And I have never tried this with one hand, so yeah, you want to stick it down in this part right here where this little valve is, and you just want to twist it. So I'm trying to twist it, but I think y'all kind of get the point, because you got to put pressure on it. And what happens is when you twist this little valve with this tool, what you get out is these little pieces right here will come out. Now, you don't really need these pieces right here, so you can hold on to them just in case you got to put them inside of another tire or whatever, but to each his own. You just kind of want your hole to be open. So with that being said, hold on a second. Let me go ahead and get this thing out of here and show y'all so y'all can understand. Bad camera angle right out right. I know. Bear with me. So, with that being said, little camera magic. Okay, so back. Took the tool, got the tool in there. Let me put that down for a second. Now, as you can see, you got your little pin, which you had to twist counterclockwise to get to actually screw out. Now, what you could do is you could take this thing, you could drop it out or if you want to, but this is the little piece I was telling you that's gonna come out. When this little piece right here comes out, you're straight. Because now what you have is, let's see if we can line that thing up, a completely open hole. So, like I was saying, what I did was I burnt a hole into the top of this cap. And what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to take the cap and I'm going to put the cap back on top of the valve like this. This one I've already went to it with hot glue and everything. So now you got your little piece right here. And this little piece right here, you're still going to be able to hook your can up to on the straw end and your injector on this end. Whole nother part to this thing, so stay tuned. Yep, so the second part of this project involves, and I took the plastics off of them, which, you know, they just color code to let you know which one is which. But gator clips, and I bought a pack of these from actually Harbor Freight, and just used them. But what I do with these gator clips right here is I will take these gator clips and I kind of use my gator clips for testing. Right now I only have them on one end, but I will still show you. So you can see right here where I took the gator clips, wired them in, and you can see I just dropped the gator clip, but you can see right here, no wire on this end right here. So I'm going to put a gator clip on that end. That way I can connect it to a battery source or something. And, you know what I'm saying, get some fire through there. Of course, you guys should be well aware of how to connect the gator clip. They're pretty easy, you know what I'm saying. On the end of them right here, they have these little hooks. So with these little hooks right here, see if I can get you in focus. You just want to kind of clamp these right here down with some pliers or whatnot. Put your plastic back on there just so you can keep it color coded if you want to each his own. You know what I'm saying? That really doesn't matter. But I'm going to do mine like that because I'll probably keep these right here off to the side. And, you know what I'm saying, use them for something else. They're good for testing if you're messing with electronics and all this other stuff. So with that being said, I am going to clamp this gator clip onto these other two gator clips, and then we can get down to business. So stay tuned. Okay, so as you can see, I have made my gator clips for my injector cleaning. And this right here is basically for the people who, you know what I'm saying, if you know you got bad injectors or something like that, and you know they clogged up, instead of you having to go and buy some new injectors, or I see a lot of people, I have seen a lot of people like take the injectors and not safe, you know what I'm saying? Like put their mouth on them and try to blow through them. You're not going to get anything that comes out of that, because you actually have to have power to the injectors to get whatever is in the injector out. So that blowing that you're doing and you're thinking that you're cleaning it out, you're not actually cleaning it out. You're probably just getting, you know, some contamination in your mouth or whatever. So don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Do not try that at home. Do not put injectors in your mouth. You're going to get fuel all in your mouth. You don't want to digest that stuff. So yeah, you're going to need you some gator clips. See some little homemade gator clips I made. And of course, you're going to need to make this little device right here, which is, like I told you, a tire valve with a straw. That comes off of my carburetor and intake cleaner. Now, this straw is clean, so I can actually blow into this straw, and you can hear that I got air coming through this thing. So I'm gonna walk outside. I haven't pulled the injectors off of my intake yet, so I guess I can kind of give you guys a little slight look at that to see how it looks. But everybody's intake is going to be different, so but I'll give you guys a little slight look at how the injectors sit in the intake and everything. It should be like 4/8 holding my fuel rail down. I don't know what's holding yours. And then you just gently apply pressure to pull the rails up to get the fuel rails out. Sometimes the injectors get stuck inside the intake, and sometimes they come up with the fuel rails. It's to each his own. But that's the next thing I'm going to do. So let me slide some shoes on, grab my keys. I'm going to get out there, and I'm going to go pull that out. So y'all stay tuned. Okay, so let you guys take this little walk outside with me today. Pretty nice out. Great day to be working on the car. This right here is the mount for the Camaro. Didn't get rid of this thing because I see a lot of people making mounts or having to make mounts for the Camaro dash to actually go inside the car. Thought about it. Why well up little small brackets when you already have one big one right here? I can understand that you're not wanting to deal with a lot of weight, but this thing right here is like super light. I'm gonna hit that with some rust restore, and then we may end up using this right here to mount the Camaro dash back into place. So anyway, get over here, man, and go ahead and get to work right quick. No, just unlock this. Okay. So, got some other pieces right there. That's yet to come. I'll put y'all on game about those pieces right there just a little later on. And what I have going on with those. So right here, we got my intake. Just to kind of make this thing a little easier for myself, what I'm gonna do is grab this thing, and I got it still hooked up into the back of this, into the engine back here, but I'm gonna grab this thing off of the top of the engine. Lock the shed up. Just before I take it in the house, remember I was telling you about what I have going on right here. So you can see I got an 8 here, a 8 here, 8 there, 8 there, and this fuel rail comes up. One of the things I will be doing, because I will be running this truck intake just for startup, I may change it. I'm gonna put me a reader here so that I'll know what my fuel pressure is, in which I have a fuel pressure regulator that will more than likely be mounted on the firewall or whichever I decide. I'm gonna get these old lines here off, and we are going to figure out what we want to do with the fuel and everything else. Just a little later, we might go back with seeing if we can get some of these lines right here made. I don't know. That's a whole nother story, but let's get in here and let's get to these injectors right here so we can start actually cleaning these things up, because you see how dirty they look. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, right quickly while I'm on the floor, I'm going to try and show you guys the whole breakdown of this fuel rail stuff. Let me get some tools out. My tool bag is probably, I ain't no probably, I know it's in a mess. I had to pull y'all yesterday. I was like just grabbing tools and throwing them back in there because of some stuff that I ended up going to pull, and time was winding down on me. So as you can see, I got to put sockets back in the socket set. So left everything kind of together on that. Left a good battery in that. Got to charge that, of course. We're missing a socket out of that right there, so let's see what we got. That's not my 8, but we know that go with that, so. I'm sitting here digging through this tool bag, man. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to get to it right quick. All right. One thing I will, let's see if this thing's going. Okay, so we got power on that. We're gonna move this stuff out the way. The one thing I will advise you of is just because this intake has been off for a while does not mean that there isn't any fuel left in it, because there may be fuel left in it. So take precaution on that. Excuse me, I like to put my tools back where they came from. So we're gonna, this is a 8mm, and this is the HD 2500 intake. So like I told you, got 2 8s on this side. 2 8s on this side. And then what you want to do from there is just kind of take your time and ease up on your fuel rails. You don't want to snatch on them real hard. And you can see my injectors came out with the rail. I'll show you that in a few minutes. Just let me turn this thing around and you can get the intake out the way. So like I said, you don't want to do too much snatching on it, of course. So now what I will do is I am going to set my fuel rail here, and I'm going to stand my intake up back here. See if I can get you a little bit more focused on me now. All right. So now that we have our fuel rail off, that is not the end of everything. What I would do is take my fuel rail, I'll flip it upside down like this right here. To each his own, man. If you got some, and I got some someplace, if you got some little picks like this right here, you could take your little picks and see if you can get these clamps off. Sometime it works, sometime it doesn't. I mean, it's to each his own. So, and these little clamps right here is actually what locks the fuel rail in place. But once you put them in there, you just want to kind of get behind this little hook piece right here and just pry out, and you can see they'll come off. So just apply a little just a little pressure. And if you don't want them to like fly off and fly, just take off all over the place. Just take your hand and put your hand like right at the front part of it, and you can hold it to restrict it from, or keep it from flying all over the place. But once you do that, you can kind of give your little injectors a little twist. And you can tell these have not been out. So I will show you guys a whole nother way, but some of them come out easy. Others, you have to, you know, have a little bit more persuasion. So you see me doing the whole rocking back and forth method. The rubber grommets are in it. By the way, when you install these back in, these are in there pretty good. So these seals, I could tell they still pretty good, but I'm not gonna reuse those seals. And like I was telling you, there's still, and this fuel rail has been sitting for a while, but there's still fuel in it. There's still fuel in it, so turn this. Get these little clips out the way. You get a lot of people that they want to get a little bit more out of their injectors. They do what they call decapping. I'm not gonna do any decapping on these videos. On this video, I may go get another set of injectors and do a decapping video for those of you who want to know what decapping is and how to do it. I'll go get a whole nother set for you, but you can see right here, like I said, you got to be real cautious, because right now I have fuel coming out of my rail. So I'm going to try my best to get the rest of these injectors out. And then I'm going to get this fuel rail out of my office. So, got my injectors out. Let me go ahead and get this fuel rail outside. Get this cardboard up. Take this outside as well. It's already got a little bit of fuel on top. And we'll put down some more cardboard and kind of keep this thing right here going. So y'all stay tuned. Okay. Another little method you want to do, like I was telling you before, with your rings is take this off, your old rings off. So I'm still using my little pick tool. Keep your fingers out the way, please, because what I do is I like to get the pick tool up under there. Once I get it up under there, I just fold it. And then, voila. You know, set them to the side. Right now, I'm just taking the top pieces off where the actual top part of, that'll be the top part of the injector. And you get these O-rings that fly off like that sometimes. You know, just keep track of where they go. That's why I just take them, push them down to the floor like that, and kind of keep it moving. Okay. Your next step to this whole thing is actually getting this little small tire stem on top of this. So And you can see that was not hard. It'll scratch on there. Time for you to pull it off. It's going to come right back off. So that's all you want to do is you want to take that and put that on here like this. My next process is we're going to step out back. We're going to get my alligator clips. I'm going to take my actual, show you guys this. What I'm using is my jump box, positive and negative 12 volts. And I will take my alligator clips and plug it into my power source on my injectors right here. And I will show you that these injectors will not work if they do not have that power source. So you can hit that spray can and nothing's gonna come out. So yeah, let me get out. I'm gonna go and set this stuff up outside, and then we can kind of go from there. If I had a nice little soda bottle or something like that, I would actually show you guys right here. Thing about it is, I don't want my house smelling like carburetor cleaner. So, you know, we're just gonna, I guess, take this party outside. So stay tuned. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can pull this thing off. I got my sliding back door open. I'm gonna hook my box up. What I'm actually going to use, I'll peel the label off here. I don't get no sponsors, so I'm just gonna peel the label off here so y'all guys can actually see what's going on with this right here. So what I do is I'll take all of my injectors, I'm gonna sit them back here. And I am going to take my tools, as you can see. Tiresome tool is already on one of the injectors. I'm gonna try and take this so where you can actually see this thing spraying down inside of there. So let me get something that I could possibly prop this up on for you guys so you can kind of see it. Hopefully we don't get too much pressure. I'm gonna hold it anyway, but what you want to do from there is kind of find out what side is what. Take your alligator clips and, of course, try to get down to your pins in there, inside your injectors, and just clip onto that pin. And this is the reason why you put your rubber pieces on there, because it's so close. You know, the best thing to do is to get an old injector plug, so you can actually cut that wire. And once you are able to cut that wire, then you're kind of home free. So right now I'm just gonna take this injector and set it. We're gonna sit it back on the floor for a second. And kind of connect our black with our black. And our red with our red. Now, the thing about my jump box is I have an on-off switch. If yours doesn't have an on-off switch, or if you're using a battery, I will be making a whole nother design where I will have a push button trigger to actually stop it when I want to, instead of having to cut this right here on. The second thing I'm going to do is, this injector should go one way, but just being on the safe side, go ahead and put your screw in there anyway. And always keep it away from your face. But I don't know if these wires are actually touching yet. inside the injector, but we're gonna see. So you hear that clicking noise? That means that we actually have power to the injector. So with that being said, we can move on with the project. Y'all stay tuned for a second. Okay, now that we have power to our injector, we know it because we hear the clicking. What you want to do is you want to take your spray can, make sure you insert your straw into your nozzle the correct way, and just, you can kind of see it kind of going down in there. And I do have just a little leak, I can tell. But the thing about all of this is, if you can kind of see, I want to get you at a point where you can actually see what's going on with the actual injector itself. So this is what I'm going to do for a second. Let me just back this out. And I'm going to get some back spray from it, so don't worry. Trying to get it so where you guys can actually see what's going on inside of the bottle. And what you'll hear it anyway. You'll hear it anyway. So with that being said, what I'm going to kind of do is, and this is why I say the push button is always the best. Now, we do have a little bit of fuel that should be in that injector. So you can't see it, but what I will do is I'm going to get two around here for just a second. Or let's see how I can get this thing set up. So, because I really want you to actually see what's going on with it. So, all right, so we got you guys set up in the best position possible. You notice when I move my hand, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and cut the injector on. So therefore it will be on. And then what I would do, so you can actually see the cleaning process, is this. That injector is spraying. Not a minute, I cut this off and I spray. You can see you're gonna get nothing. So with that being said, I know that this injector kind of sprays out pretty good. The best way to possibly do this, because you can see just a little bit of gunk and all in that. So the best way to possibly do this is really, I'll be honest with you, just to kind of take it outside and just, you know, put some pressure to it, and that way you can kind of see. Because what you want is, you want to see a big difference in your injectors from the way they start to fan out. So when your injector starts spraying, if you just see one screen, then that means that injector is clogged, dirty, whatever. When you see that injector, that screen opens up and gets wider as it comes out, it is actually clean. So I showed it to you inside the bottle. I'm gonna see if I can show it to you outside. Hold on. All right, got you guys out back now. So that way I can actually show you this thing fanning out. Try to keep it away from the camera. So let me just position you a little bit more that way. Go ahead, cut my injector on. I heard it click, so I know my injector is already on. And close the door. Make sure I ain't getting no fuel to fly back in there. So my injector is already on. As you can see, that injector is spraying. That injector is clean. So that's how you clean your injectors right there. You know what I'm saying? A little homemade setup. When you got them spraying like that, you know they clean. I got 7 more to go. So I'm gonna get to work. I hope y'all learned something. Matter of fact, let me pick this camera. I hope y'all learned something from that right there, man. Just showing y'all how to clean your injectors out right quick instead of running to the store and just buying injectors straight off the bat. Clean them first and see what they do. If they don't work, then, you know, go buy them. Again, like I say, I'm gonna get some old injectors and I will show y'all how to do your whole decapping of the injectors and all. And a lot of people do the decapping because they want more fuel out of the injector, because that injector has 2 small holes on the bottom of it. It only sprays out for so much gas. If you decap it, more gas comes out. So to each his own when you start doing the decapping and all that other stuff. I've seen it done. I have not personally tried it on any of my vehicles, so to each his own on that, man. But your boy Rich Everything, man, had to share that little tip for y'all on cleaning injectors. You know what I'm saying? If y'all trying to figure out why y'all got a little basket but ain't the spark plug and you know it's an injector, instead of running to the parts store, take that thing off, man. Then do what I just showed you on this video. Let it go. If it ain't, that doesn't fix it, get your brand new set of injectors. You know what I'm saying? Your boy Rich _ everything with an A. Y'all know what to do with them buttons down there. Like, subscribe, share, hit that little bell, post notifications. Man, your boy Rich Everything. I'm out. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's what a dirty injector looks like right there. You can kind of see the little stuff off in there on the edges and stuff. That's gunk. This is what a clean injector looks like. You can tell the difference between the two.